Y'all hang on.
And good morning to what is actually a cold morning. Doesn't feel quite as cold, but 34 degrees out there. It sounds awful cold. And yes, it is raining, a little bit of sleet, some delays we'll tell you about in just a moment. JC?
And good morning, I'm Jamie Cooper. Thank y'all for getting up with us on a cold. Hey, y'all know what last Tuesday morning was? The day after we beat the crap out of Notre Dame Day. Wasn't it, Gregg?
Yep.
You were
Filling
much
in for
happier.
a vacation in Tom McAllister this morning. Everybody's sleeping in. Gregg's up here. Hey, why didn't you bring the wrecker up here?
Oh, we don't need it. It ain't that bad out there. Just
Well,
take
it could
your
be.
time.
If the temperature dropped another 1 or 2 degrees, it would ice the road over.
Yeah, it was ice a little bit last night, but nothing major.
All right, as we'll tell you in just a little bit, too, if you've got some school closings, let us know. But I think Limestone County schools are delayed 2 hours. Athens Bible's delayed 2 hours. Shoals delayed 2 hours. Do we know about Athens City?
A while ago, they weren't delayed.
Okay, so Athens City was still, but Limestone County. So anyway, we'll keep you posted on that. If y'all need anything, text us 603-4848. This is Athens in the AM for we brave souls that are up this morning. Frank is also in there on the phone. He's ready to go slip sliding in the parking lot this morning. Ain't you, Frank? Huh? Yeah, what do they call that? Black ice?
Black ice.
Black ice. That's good for your business, though. AAA record service.
Yeah, but it can be a lot of trouble.
Ah.
It's dangerous.
Well, get Gregg's opinion on everything. Tom, I don't know. He's laid up this morning. Probably still snoozing after making a big real estate deal he thought he had yesterday. Didn't he, Gregg?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in just a little bit. Anyway, thank y'all for getting up with us. Let's get it cranking. Here's Gloria with the weather. It ain't going to get much better as the day goes on.
No, it's not. 100% chance of rain today. And yes, cold temperatures to stick around with us. Hopefully, many of those schools will do a delay. Unfortunately, maybe not for some of you getting up this morning. High temperatures today of 41, your low of 36. And yes, rain throughout the day on and off. And just be careful on your way to work. Get a little extra time. Seatbelt, buckle up for sure, and be careful. High temperatures tomorrow of 44, low of 37. Rain still in the forecast. Look at the temperatures the next couple days anyway. Those lows at 28, 29 degrees, and of course 32. Valley prepares for ice and rain. Overnight cold could change trees, power lines. What they're saying right now is just right now as the temperature starts to drop, now is when it could freeze. So just be careful on your way into work.
Front page of the Decatur Daily this morning. So that ice problem, I figured that would be good for people that own wreckers.
Well, it is, but it used to be when I was younger, it was fun. But now it's gotten got so dangerous.
Yeah, I bet
I don't even like to go out unless you have to on this ice.
You know,
we saw him trying to get that truck out that day, and
that
it
wasn't
looked
nice,
dangerous. That was just a stupid
that was a
driver.
driver's fault. Big, bad fault there.
That was a mess.
All right, everybody talking about how cold it is this morning. School's delayed for 2 hours. Let me heat y'all up with some. Y'all know Catherine Webb, A.J. McCarron's girlfriend, is going to be in the new edition of Sports Illustrated magazine.
She'll be in a lot more.
So anyway, yeah, she'll be in a lot more. But then we've got that picture of her in her bikini. Brad, if you've got it full page, we pull it up. Yeah, that's her
Wake
right
everyone
there.
up
Well,
this morning.
not to be outdone or nothing, but Frank in New York City.
Oh, goodness.
Miss America was named the other night. Here's a shot of her in her little outfit. Now this, if this stone right here melts some ice, ain't nothing going to melt no ice. Now, that's her, but hey.
She's beautiful as
her
well.
name is Miss New York, Alabama native Mallory Hagan. She's from Opelika, Alabama, Gregg. She left Opelika when she was 18. Hold that shot there a minute. That will melt some ice. Notice a little tattoo on her side, left side there.
It's a shadow.
Huh?
It's a shadow, not a tattoo.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, I didn't get that close. It looked like it. Look, but now that's her. Now, that's a pretty good-looking photo.
Yeah.
Huh?
Good-looking photo.
Miss
Does that make you feel better this morning
when she
after?
went to New York City, when she said, who would have thought a girl from Opelika, Alabama would ever do that?
Hey,
You
there's
never
girls
know.
everywhere.
Maybe need to get her selling some real estate.
There's girls
She could probably
everywhere.
sell it, that's for sure.
Yeah, but anyway, I just wanted to keep that on display to everybody. So the roads are slick this morning, so if you're out and about, be kind of careful about that, or you'll be calling somebody like Gregg to come and get you out. I've got a text here that somebody sent me Friday when I was out at the river looking at some property over that way. Let me see if I can pull that up this morning because I want to really get on my high horse about something here. Okay, messages. Let me see how I find this. There's one from the mayor. No, that's not it. There's one from, oh, here it is.
You get so many.
Yes, okay. Says, hey, Cooper. That's me. The Alabama game is over. Find another non-Alabama related story to talk about, Greg. I'm tired of listening to all you cocky Alabama fans. Football is a dumb game.
Ooh. So they're not even a football fan, apparently.
Find another Alabama. Listen. If you are a non-football fan, quit watching this show. College football is the #1 sport in America. Well, #2 behind the NFL. College football, Alabama football, is what we diehards here live for. Ain't it, Greg?
That's
There
it.
goes the phone.
Football's a dumb game. Well, listen, sissy. And all you yeah, we are cocky Alabama fans because if we lose one game, our season's over. Huh?
That's true.
That's about
But let's
true.
go back to last Monday night. My dad probably turned over in his grave because we beat Notre Dame.
Aww.
It goes back to the 60s. People my age, we hate Notre Dame. We stomped them the other night, which leads me to this story about Richard Todd. Richard Todd went to high school with my good buddy Johnny Lee Dees in Mobile. Richard Todd was a sophomore when they beat us 24-23, 1973 in the Sugar Bowl. He was the quarterback the next year when they beat Alabama down in the Orange Bowl. Let me tell y'all what happened then. Alabama was #1 again in Notre Dame. Another reason we hated them. Played for Coach Bryant. I don't know if y'all know this story or not, but anyway, it said back in those days, we had our awards program the very next day. Well, Alabama rallied in the fourth quarter, trimming the lead to Notre Dame from 13-11 with just over 3 minutes remaining, and Alabama had the ball. This is one of the plays from that game. As we all know, Bill Davis, the dentist here in Athens, missed the extra point earlier in the game that caused us 1 point. Anyway, it says after forcing a Notre Dame punt, Richard Todd led Alabama into Notre Dame territory, Frank. The comeback ended, however, when he was intercepted with about 2 minutes to go. The Irish again ruined Alabama's hopes for a national championship with a 13-11 victory in Ara Parsegan's final game as Notre Dame head coach. Now remember, the next night they had the banquet with Bear Bryant.
Okay.
Here's what Bear had to say. He says, back at the end of the banquet, right at the game, of course we didn't want to be there because we had just lost and Bryant was not in a good mood. Coach Bryant was giving out commemorative watches and he would introduce each player as he gave them their watch. When it came to Richard Todd, Bear Bryant, he introduced me as Richard Todd, Notre Dame's most valuable player.
Oh.
Yeah, so anyway, Richard Todd went on to beat Penn State the senior year and played for the New York Jets 10 years up there. So I just thought that was kind of a unique story, Greg.
Yeah, it was.
Greg, I know you spent a lot of money advertising with me, but not near enough. But do you know you could advertise in the Super Bowl this year?
I bet that's very
Super Bowl ads are getting costlier. Some ads on CBS are selling up to $4 million, Greg, for one 30-second spot.
Wow.
Says here the price of Super Bowl ads has jumped $300,000 to $500,000 each and every year. Not near as much, Greg, as I raised my prices here on the program. If the trend continues, the first $5 million Super Bowl commercial will emerge by 2016.
Goodness.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of people watching, but you know you got 30 seconds. If somebody misses it,
Or 15 seconds.
I
Well,
could
you
do a
know,
lot
that's,
with that money instead of doing that.
All right.
Yeah,
Greg,
everyone watches
you said you've
commercials.
been coughing quite a bit. USA Today this morning, let me go, all you people out there that's got the flu and everything else, says here, antibiotics might worsen a lingering cough.
That's why I don't take nothing.
I don't need it. It says
either.
here, if you go in with a cough, doctor don't prescribe an antibiotic, they go clinic shop until they find it. How long lasting is a typical cough? The kind you get with a cold. If you guess about a week, you're average, but you're wrong. A cough usually acute bronchitis lasts 18 days.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
Even
For temporary relief, patients may try an old-style antihistamine to clear up their post-nasal drip. Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's going around.
Huh?
It is doing that. I don't like taking all that steroid stuff, so I don't take
Oh, there I am,
stuff.
coughing now.
Yeah, and you want some water?
Well, you get me a shot. Louisiana, down where
Definitely
Donnie's
going
from.
to
Shut
shot.
up. The holidays may be over, but a Denham Springs woman wants to keep an unusual light display on her roof, showing an extended middle finger to her neighbors, and it's lit up. The federal judge heard testimony whether Sarah Childs would be granted an injunction barring the city of Denham Springs and police from requiring her to remove her display. Greg, you may wonder, why does she have a finger up on the display? She put it on the message on the roof because she believes a neighbor of hers stole her dog.
Oh.
She's been threatened with fines and arrest because of the light. She and the American Civil Liberties Union of Louisiana sued the city and the police. Huh?
Isn't that a nice gesture?
All right.
That's awful.
But here's one here that I got a couple other stories here, but
You're
this one right
loaded.
here, Kansas.
Okay.
A Kansas man who donated sperm to a lesbian couple after answering an online ad is fighting the state's effort to suddenly force him to pay child support for the 3-year-old.
How does that work?
That's a good question. The case hinges on the fact that no doctors were used for the artificial insemination.
The women did it themselves?
He answered an online ad, delivered his sperm to their front door. They
I'm glad kids are-
impregnated which one of them themselves.
Okay.
Now,
But
you know you
he's
can use one of them
liable.
turkey baster things.
Okay, we don't need to talk about
I don't know nothing about that.
The 46-year-old man says he's talking to his lawyer about this.
So it's
they're
not
saying they're a little
legal.
scared where this could go to for financial reasons. What happened, the lesbian couple got divorced later, separated.
They had him sign a waiver.
Well,
And then they got divorced or
they
separated.
signed an agreement relieving him of any financial or paternal responsibility.
Right. But then they split up.
They split up, probably goes to DHR,
She gets government assistance
probably, and then they come and find the daddy of the kid.
and say because a doctor didn't do
And
it.
it says here, because a doctor did not,
Huh.
right now he owes $6,000 that the child's biological mother received through public assistance.
So all you men out there who are giving away your goodies, make sure a doctor's involved.
Any comments on that, Greg?
I'm not even going to go there.
So, I mean,
I'll take the filth.
So he's got to pay back all the
I
money
don't know.
that they
They're
had
just saying
assistance.
because public assistance was involved in it, that he needs
He's
to.
liable.
Liable, yeah.
They just mad because they didn't make no money off of it.
So next time y'all get ready to donate,
One of the mamas are broke now, so.
but, I
Wow.
mean, all right, weather is the main story for this morning, so we got to talk about that a little bit later on this morning.
What
Drive
schools have-
carefully. Schools are delayed 2 hours this morning.
Most.
And if you need to get in touch with me, my iPad's over there. countryrover@gmail.com gets me each and every day. I mean, wearing sweatpants this morning, Greg, in case I had to get out,
You
got
have
stalled in the
socks
ice or something.
That's wonderful you had that on shorts.
Well, had them on yesterday. Had them on yesterday with my sweatshirt. All right, you know what spam is, don't you, Greg?
Yeah.
Let me do this little thing here.
Spam.
Hormel Food apparently has a hankering for peanut butter and bacon sandwich.
Yuck.
The company, primarily known for Spam and other cured, smoked, and deli meats, said it's buying Skippy, the country's #2 peanut butter brand. And it was introduced in 1932. So now they're going to do bacon and peanut butter together.
Ew. And what is spam? What
Something
kind of
that's
meat
pretty
is
doggone
spam?
good, huh?
Yeah.
Got a little saturated fat in it, but beyond that, it's pretty good stuff.
Everything thrown together?
All right, I'm going to take a break, come back, we'll do a little news. I got some Dear Abby stuff we'll talk about later on soon. You got something going on we need to
Good,
know
Dear
about this
Abby.
morning. It's cold outside, it's wet, it's going to rain all day.
It's warm.
So drive carefully. A lot of schools are delayed 2 hours, so you might want to check in if you haven't already heard from your school system.
Yes.
Now, call AAA if you got a problem you can't get out this morning.
He'll help you.
And we'll talk with Greg a little bit later on this morning, too. Right now, we'll take a break. Y'all hang on.
This is CNN with Jamie Cooper.
Brought to you by the Coleman Dental Group.
And let's do a little news this morning. The News Courier reports this morning, church will rebuild. Says here the Cherry Grove Baptist Church, Pastor Chris Pirtle and church members watch smoke billow from the charred remains of the church building. But they will build. The church is in western Limestone County. Speaking of churches, Joe Till, senior pastor, besides Edwin, down at First Baptist, is saying they will not allow parking in their parking lot for the Rotary Club, Gregg, annual convention or annual meeting over there that takes place in February because alcohol is involved. Decatur Daily, First Baptist Church of Athens is taking issue with sale and consumption of alcohol at the Limestone Event Center. Associate Pastor Joe Till, chairman of the deacons, sent a letter to the Athens City Council Monday night stating the church would not allow Athens Rotary Club members to park in the church lot during its upcoming banquet. So I guess they'll have to work that out because they probably need that parking.
That's why I'm trying to sell up 2 houses right across the street from it on the corner.
Really? All right, they need that. Charles Woodruff was sworn in for that position I ran for a week and a half over the weekend, probate judge. Congratulations to Charles Woodruff, the new probate judge here. And Brad Canutt was sworn in as circuit court clerk also Sunday afternoon down at the courthouse. One of them was at the Annex Center, and the other one was somewhere else over at the courthouse. Members of the Limestone County Historical Commission plan to attend Wednesday's work session to oppose the plan to remove one of the marble staircases in the courthouse. They're taking a lot of heat over that, Greg. A lot of people, but it's going to be very expensive to actually move that. I want to give a shout out to my buddy over in Florence, Sam Pendleton, retired over there as a city councilman. Sam was always an advocate of doing something that other people didn't. There's my buddy Zeke, too. Give a shout out to Zeke. Y'all get a chance to go by and visit with Zeke today. 20 years member of Florence City Council, Sam Pendleton said his philosophy, representation was a simple one. I said this seat belongs not to me, but to the people of District 1, and he did a fantastic job. Hey, don't forget, right across the street, coming up this Friday, January 18th, from 1 to 5, Frank, free cake and punch. First National Bank celebrates their 75th year in business.
Wow.
Now, the new one downtown right near your office is scheduled to open up, I guess, here in another month or two, I would think.
We'll know more details tomorrow.
Was that one? Oh, yeah, we'll know about that. And down in Gulf Shores, after a decade or so of somewhat breathless warnings of jellyfish apocalypse unfolding in the world, new research shows that the jellyfish population is about the same size it always was. So after all that money wasted on studying all this stuff, now all of a sudden the jellyfish problem is no more. You're not going to believe this, but Al Gore now has more money than Mitt Romney. He sold Current TV to Al Jazeera for $100 million.
Wow.
Al Fat Gore is now got more money than Mitt Romney. That's what they're saying in the paper this morning.
Al Fat Gore?
Toyota retakes auto sales crown from General Motors. Toyota, once again, dethroned General Motors. Japanese company sold almost 10 million cars and trucks worldwide last year. GM sold just a little over 9 million. I know when Jordan gets his birthday gift this year, you and Tracy have already bought this. The new Stingray, here's a shot of it. Right, have you seen it?
I love it.
I wonder if they've got one. Jeff Hamlin's got one up here yet. Look at that.
Does he still
The
have
Chevrolet Corvette is 60 years old this week. The iconic American sports car survived a troubled birth, delayed from developmental delays, but this is the new one. That don't even look like a Corvette, does it? Is that the Stingray? Yep, that's the Stingray.
I need to buy one of those and have it wrapped.
You do. If you were a good dad, you would do that.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
I ain't talking about for him.
Oh. Lance Armstrong came out of the closet yesterday. Well, it hadn't aired yet, but in a 2.5 interview with Oprah, he finally admits to doping to win all of those races. And now here's something that NASCAR, that they really need. They've added this. Track now will let fans up in the stands slide down a slide to the bar at a NASCAR race.
What?
Walking down the stairs to get beer during a NASCAR race is so 2012 now. One racetrack has another idea. Why not just slide down? The slides line hasn't been finalized yet, but they're going to have a spiral on it. But you got to pay $7.99 a piece for lounge access, though. And then you just get on the slide and then just slide right down there.
That doesn't sound like an accident waiting to happen.
I'm just saying.
Oh, my beer. Watch this.
All right. I want to end. Now you listen, whoever you are out there that sent me a text saying you don't like Alabama football. Listen, Alabama football is supreme in this part of the country. Roll Tide. Yesterday was last Tuesday was one of the greatest days of my life after we did a beat down on them Catholics that Monday night. And
Grayson
it was bad.
Bailey's an Auburn fan. He's
That's
not
all right. It's
complaining.
okay to be an Auburn fan. He's a football fan.
He is.
Grayson Bailey, duck hunting right now. All right, but this is out of the News Courier in Gunnersville, Greg. This is what a lawyer sent to a judge over there. The article says, don't get cute with a judge. If it's a rule you think just about everyone would remember. The Birmingham-based attorney was representing a client whose case was on the January 7th trial docket. That's last Monday in Gunnersville. He got a little too flowery in a written motion asking the case to be continued. Counsel for defense, here's what he said, is a graduate of the University of Alabama School of Law and survivor of Tuscaloosa tornado April 27th. Counsel for the defense has the opportunity to travel to Miami to watch the game. It says here, counsel for defense is currently unaware of the college football allegiance of the representatives of the state for this honorable court. Talking about the judge. But counsel for the defendant praised that the supporters of either of the state's major football programs would have no objection given the fact that both in-state powers have experience. Counsel for the defendant has been unable to reach a representative from the state. I want to travel to the ball game. This trial setting has not been continued in the past, and this is the first appearance. Then the judge responded, I have never in my life seen a motion with such nonsense in it. Although I'm also an avid Alabama fan, there are people involved in this case not without a football game. The trial will go on.
That's what it should be.
But then again, I think it says here that he said they did put it off until he got back.
Yeah.
All right, roads are wet this morning. We'll be up and running tomorrow. Roy will be back in action with us. Johnny Lee Dees may be with us. I've got such a dear Abby, I may just save it until tomorrow. Greg, anything else you want to add?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and announce it. I'm not going to give you no name or nothing, but it is a yogurt shop coming in.
Yay.
That's the only one in Athens?
That's the only one in Athens. I'll announce it next week, the name, location, everything.
I know where it's going to be.
Don't tell you.
He should not even know.
When's it go over?
Tell him these things.
Probably, we're looking at spring break in March.
All right, March, spring break.
Probably
Yogurt. Athens, one and only yogurt shop.
Be 15 different flavors. And all you toppings. So it'll
When
have
are we
sit
shooting
down.
a commercial, though? Huh?
He'll get with the owner to
Yeah,
get with you.
I'll get with the owner.
All right. Thank y'all for getting
Gloria.
up with us on a Tuesday. Harold Wells not been able to be with us this morning due to he had an appointment or something this morning with his grandson out at the hospital. Tom did a big real estate deal yesterday, so
He's feeding the ducks.
so he's sleeping in this morning. All right, with that in mind, I'm going to get out of here. I'll see y'all bright and early tomorrow morning, so we got to go. See y'all.